Let's make a pop-up card for Christmas. Hi everyone, I'm Kelsey with Creative Fabrica, and we've partnered up with 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop for our spooky Halloween promo. Today we are going to use 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop's Encore Textured paper to create this Christmas pop-up card. Throughout October, when you grab a Creative Fabrica All Access subscription or a year extension for just $47, you also score an exclusive gift. This gift includes an exclusive design bundle. It's filled with graphics, 3D SVGs, and fonts from renowned designers like Julia Dreams and Dreaming Tree, plus exclusive discount vouchers from popular online craft stores, including a discount to 12 by 12 Cardstock for 20% off their Encore Textured paper, which we will be using today to make our card. I have to let you know that this bundle has a value of over $1,000. This deal is only available during October, so make sure to visit www.creativefabrica.com/Halloween and check out the link in the description below. This offer is a dream come true for card making enthusiasts. You'll enjoy unlimited access to Creative Fabrica at a fantastic discount, exclusive digital designs, and an amazing deal from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. It's a perfect combo to take your crafting to the next level. So let's get crafting. Let's get started with crafting our Christmas pop-up card. I'll be using designs from today's free bundle, the Big Holiday Bundle. So for this, we're going to be using the Encore Textured Cardstock from 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. You optionally can use an embossing machine, you'll need craft glue, and then optionally you can use foam tape as well. What I love about the Encore Textured Cardstock is that it gives you a color guide in the back, and it comes with 100 colors. So you really have a lot of options, and you can always go online and order specific colors that you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick out the colors that I'm going to use. This cardstock cuts beautifully and has a solid core, so you don't need to worry about any white edges. For my settings, I used the medium cardstock setting on my Cricut Maker, and I like to use the regular pressure setting, and this will always depend on your blade and your machine, so definitely test out what you're using. So getting started, I like to peel my mat away from my cardstock rather than my cardstock away from my mat to prevent any curling. I'm also using some tweezers here just to pick off my very thin font. The cardstock cut beautifully, but it is still thin, so we want to be careful. Next, I started on my layers before I start assembling the actual card. I want to have my pieces ready to go, that way I can just place them. So I'm using some craft glue here with a precision tip, and I'm going to place this onto the offset of the Holly Jolly. This is a free SVG file included in that holiday bundle that I mentioned before, and it is super cute and comes with a bunch of different Christmas sayings. So take your time with your craft glue, going around and making sure everything is placed down nicely. I chose to use craft glue here rather than use foam tapes because it is a thin font and I don't want to have to cut my foam tapes and then you have the chance of seeing them through the sides. So craft glue works really nicely here on your offset, and then from there you can go ahead and use your foam tapes to add a little height. And here is my Holly Jolly. I love these two reds against each other, and the pack of Encore Textured paper comes with a lot of different color reds that you can use. Next up, I am going to start layering my Little Gnome. He has a few different layers, and for most of it, I am going to stick to my craft glue. And again, I love working with the craft glue because it dries quickly, it dries clear, so I don't have to worry about any of that. But I am going to use the foam tape for just his nose. I thought it would be cute to pop it out. But you can also just use a tape gun if that's what you prefer. A lot of card makers I know do like to use the tape gun for their card making. I love this cardstock because it is thicker, so it is nice to work with. It's nice and sturdy. When we're building our gnome, he's going to stay nice and firm. He's not going to flop over. And it is textured, so I do think it gives a little bit more of a professional look. I love the way textured paper looks and feels. So I'm going to finish building my Little Gnome, and you'll see I'll pop out his nose. And this bundle had a lot of different characters and different Christmas objects, so we like to provide you with different options when you're making your cards. There were also some watercolor options in that bundle, so it's a great one to choose from when you're making your card. And what's nice is that you can really make this your own with any of those images. So when you're making your insert for your pop-up card, you can adjust the size of your pop-out to make it fit whatever image you choose. And what also is great is with the 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop Encore paper is there's so many colors to choose from. So I went with a traditional Christmas color palette, but you can of course do the pastel Christmas, or you could do like a black and white Christmas. So it's totally up to you and what you want to choose. So here I am sticking on his little nose so that it pops out. And he came out so cute, and you see how sturdy he is when I'm holding him. He does not flop over at all. So here we have our insert, and I'm just folding on the score line that I had my Cricut make, and you'll see I have that cut right in the middle. Now I did have my Cricut do the cut in the middle of the card. However, if you don't want to do that because you want to size it once everything is made, you can always make these cuts after, and I'm just using my finger to pop it out and make a pop-up card. And I'm basically just making a little shelf for him to sit on. So you can absolutely do this manually with a pair of scissors after you've cut out your card. So pop-up cards are actually pretty easy to create. It only takes 2 little slits, and you can make it as big or as small as you'd like. So now I'm just gluing my little gnome on to my pop-up. He's going to go on that front part of the pop-up piece, and I'm going to let this dry. And now we have all of our pieces ready to be assembled on the final card. So the first thing that I'm going to do is add some foam tapes to the back of my offset that we created before. And I'm going to be pretty liberal with these. You can use as many or as few as you'd like. And I'm only doing this to give it a little more dimension. You can of course go back to the craft glue or go back to the tape gun, whichever you prefer to use. I'm just doing foam tapes for this. I like to have a lot of layers when it comes to my card making. And that piece that we're going to place this on, you can emboss if you want to. If you have an embossing machine, you can have your Cricut machine do that if you like. I'm leaving it plain because it has that beautiful texture already on it, so I'm just leaving it the way it is, and I'm gonna glue down my stars that I had my Cricut machine cut out. And I'm going back to my craft glue rather than my foam tapes again, because these were a little bit small and I don't want to risk you seeing the foam tape hanging out the side. And these are staying together so beautifully because of the thickness of the cardstock. They're not getting floppy or warped. Now we can go ahead and grab our card. I am folding on the score line again that I had made, and I'm actually going to fold it one way and then fold it back the other way because I want the textured side of my cardstock to be on the outside of the card. So when people are looking at the card, they see that texture. And now we can glue down the rest of our assets. Now, of course, that top piece, you can use foam tape again if you'd like, or you can do what I'm doing and just use some glue. And I'm just centering that as best as I can onto the front of my card. And now for the insert, I like to glue down one side and make sure that it's aligned really nicely. And then I glue down the other side. So I don't just glue down both sides into the card and think it's going to be nice and even. I make sure that one side of the card is aligned perfectly, and then I glue the other flap down. Make sure when you're putting your insert in, your pop-up is facing the right way. You don't want to go and pop up your card and have your gnome upside down. I think it would be kind of funny, and I think maybe your card receiver would get a little kick out of it, but you want it to look nice, so make sure that it is facing the right way when you go ahead and put that in. And once you have it glued down, you are all set and your pop-up card is finished. It came out so cute. I'm very proud of this little card. Thank you for joining me as we made our Christmas pop-up card. Don't forget, there is an exclusive discount going on for the month of October when you either extend your current Creative Fabrica subscription for $47 or start a new subscription. Plus, you'll get the exclusive bundle worth over $1,000, which has SVGs, 3D designs, and so much more from creators like Julia Dreams and Dreaming Tree. Plus, you'll get those discounts to online craft stores, including one to 12 by 12 cardstock for 20% off their Encore Textured paper. We would love to see your creation using 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop's Encore Textured paper. Make sure to tag 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop and Creative Fabrica and use the hashtag CF Spooky Halloween. You can find all of the social links listed down below, plus a link to the Halloween promo. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe to our channel for more crafty videos, and share this with one of your friends who's getting ready for Christmas. I will see you soon in my craft room, and stay crafty.